You ready to do this?
Perfect timing. We just got in.
Good.
So on our end, good news. The microbe and the Aciles are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Oh, that's great news, actually.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Did my father tell you what he knew about the Lazarus plant?
All right. So this is the do or die moment, and we're at the start of an episode, which means it's gonna be crazy today. I've actually, I did take a break so I could think about this, and I think I'm just gonna go with it. Like, I would like to see what happens.
Orlays? Reginald Orlays?
Yeah.
He did this?
He did.
I didn't think he was still alive. You're sure it was him?
I killed him. The evidence is on the way to the cabinet as we speak.
That's some impressive work.
Thanks.
So then give us the rundown. Where's Orlays now? Were you able to bring him in?
Was on a mission to bring him back and I killed him. I didn't realize he'd done that at the time.
Huh, I see. Wish we could have questioned him. But, well, there's nothing we can do at this point.
No, there
Any
isn't.
idea why he might have done it? Or what he was doing with the plant?
He found the plant while searching Londinian for weapon data. He thought he was doing the right thing, making sure no one could ignore the Lazarus plant. Oh. Oh. Yeah, let's go with that.
Another madman justifying butchery.
Exactly.
Well, at least he won't be able to hurt anybody else now. Might be the best we could ask for, given the circumstances.
I agree with you.
So I guess there's nothing else to do but get this all in front of the cabinet. Unless there were other things we needed to discuss. This might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the terramorphs.
Nothing else on my end. Which method of dealing with the terramorphs are you two leaning towards?
Microbe is going to make the cleanup a whole lot quicker. If we're concerned about this Lazarus plant getting deployed again, that's the way to go.
Okay.
The cabinet can secure the Lazarus plant, and then we're not risking any surprises when it comes to dealing with a microbe.
You're being paranoid. You know the science. You know we can make this safe.
I do know the science. I also know math, and a 1 in a million chance of a mutation isn't 0. So I guess we're still in discussion. Probably best at this point to let the cabinet weigh in, see if they have a preference.
All right. What kind of risks are there if we decide to bring back the Aciles?
Aciles aren't hostile to humans.
Perfect.
But they are megafauna. If someone decides to pick a fight with one, it could get ugly. But they've already been spread far and wide once before when the UC was raising them as livestock, so the risk of introducing them to new worlds is minimal. Using them to clean up the terramorphs and leeches, though, it's not going to be nearly as expedient as the microbe would be. Given what we know now about the Lazarus plant, the speed of the job does matter. But going with the Aciles, we're at least dealing with known risks.
And isn't it that the Aciles were only, like, wiped out not that long ago because it was during the colony war that they were using them as food? So theoretically, there would still be plenty of people alive that would know how to handle them, take care of them, and stuff like that, right? Both approaches are good at clearing out our heat leeches.
They are.
Microbe needed minimal adjustment to account for heat leech anatomy.
Oh, perfect.
And the Aciles seem like they're even better at tracking leeches than morphs.
Hell of a sight to watch, though, when they catch them. Like an open airlock guzzling angry spaghetti.
What? I don't think I ever thought I would hear something described as that, but nothing else on my end.
And here we go.
Now you're probably asking yourself right now, Plex, how could you do it? How could you lie? I don't know. It was easy. They made it ridiculously easy to say what we said and to lie. Like, I was expecting more of a guilt trip. I was expecting more of a wait, but that was easy. What does that say about you, Sadie? I don't know, but gosh darn it, you're pretty, so that's all that matters. Oh wait, I think she's still crippled. Girl, you are still crippled. Let me see if I can heal that, because you keep making that, noise. Right? Does that help? Or we could do... No. Antibiotic treats... You're not infected, though. Right. Used... Here. Also take that. How are we doing? Okay. Severe pain. Okay. Is this helping? I think so. I think we should be a lot better. All right, I'm ready. Let's do it. Hello, cabinet members, of which drive me up a wall.
Welcome back, all of you.
Why, thank you.
I wish we were meeting under better circumstances.
But everything worked out.
But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence.
It was not,
but
no.
a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true?
Oh, yeah, you're correct. It was a very deliberate attack.
My God.
An attack? Using terramorphs? How is that possible?
You will all receive a full briefing once we're done here. So then, is what the second report claims correct? Did Reginald Orles commit these attacks, Captain?
The report isn't the... Yeah. No, it was Orlais.
That appears to be the case, ma'am. The captain tracked that information down just after our trip to Londinian.
Reginald Orlais? Wasn't there a report he'd been killed recently?
Body was found floating around Etheria. Report mentioned you were sent to try and bring him in, Captain. I guess that didn't go according to plan.
Ah, yes. I was told about your mission and who ordered it. Did you two suspect at the time Orlais might have been involved in the attacks?
Oh, no idea, ma'am. We just thought we were dealing with a known criminal is all.
Well, it appears you were ahead of the curve. This report contains definitive evidence Orlais triggered the attacks via this Lazarus plant the captain and Major Sanan uncovered.
Simply harrowing.
Indeed. Though it would have been preferable for him to have finally faced the UC's justice, it seems both of you are to be commended for ensuring he was dealt with before he could strike again. You have our thanks. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches, the three of you have likely spared thousands of lives.
We have, yes.
But it now falls to the cabinet to ensure this can never happen again. As such, the cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President.
Honestly, I am of two minds on that, because, like, if it becomes forbidden knowledge, as it were, classified, then nobody's gonna ever know what it could possibly be in the future. And if you have another instance like this, it's just, you're gonna be repeating, you know what I mean? Ma'am, I believe the other faction should be involved in securing the plant.
Tell the Freestar Collective. Wow. So they have another tool to utilize against us?
I'm in agreement. I fail to see the value here.
It'll demonstrate to the collective that the UC isn't planning to secretly use this down the line. The UC doesn't exactly have the best track record. This would ensure good behavior from both sides.
That is an interesting idea. A grand gesture to further display this cabinet doesn't think like those of the past.
The observers on Mars have proven such a gesture can bear fruit.
So, you want us to make nice with the collective by sharing our state secrets?
No, I want us to display plainly the UC's actual intentions, that the plant will never be used as a weapon again.
That does sound worthwhile, Chief Kulkarni. Very well. We'll get the collective involved in the management. Thank you for the suggestion, Captain. So then, to our final topic.
We have a final topic?
The Cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also Heat Leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps. The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the cabinet. We were hoping your group might issue a recommendation. Major?
We've been having similar debates ourselves, but the captain has yet to weigh in.
I see. Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to know your take on the matter.
I mean, you're asking me if I think we should use microbes or bring an animal back from extinction that is the coolest freaking thing I've ever seen, and then let it loose on worlds so it can go frolic and kill terramorphs and heat leeches. There's no decision. There is no decision there. It is 100% bring the Aseles back. I want cute, adorable Aseles frolicking around all planets.
I'm in full agreement. No need be delving into unpredictable sciences.
And Major Sinan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day one for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you three the founding members of the TMD.
A what?
As befits such a group, the cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
What is a Class 1 citizen? I'm sorry, I'm new around here.
It's a status reserved only for those who've dedicated their lives to the United Colonies.
Oh.
Or done great things for its cause.
Oh.
Class 1s enjoy an ample credit disbursement, an additional reduction on the cost of colonial goods. And I'm told the penthouse is rather impressive.
Well, thank you, Madam President. It was great doing business with y'all.
You all have earned it. Now, there's much to be done. Major Sinan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
Well, thank you all very much. 14,000 creds. I'm rich. We're gonna go get us a penthouse. Beer run. Beer run. Oh, beer run. Yes. Okay, so let's go upstairs and speak to the good commander. Is that the button I need? No. I don't know. Speak to Vae Victis about working together. All right, first we're gonna go do that. Then we're gonna go talk
Cool
to...
spacesuit.
I'm not in a spacesuit, but thank you so much. Subsection 7. Let's go see what Vae Victis has to say now. Because we lied for him. And that went surprisingly well. Nobody questioned us. That's so... I don't know why that's so funny to me. The fact that, like, nobody questioned us and it was just like, oh no, we trust you. Are we far away? Yeah, there we go. So, Little G baby, I gotta go talk to a bad man. It'll be fine. This. Vae Victis! How you doing? You wanna chat?
What's this? Just you then?
Yeah.
No UC executioner. So the cabinet knows the truth about Orlays.
Yeah.
Splendid. That means you and I can get to work.
Mm-hmm. Question for you. During the outbreak, why not try to evacuate Londinian? Why blow up the spaceport?
We were in the middle of an all-out war, Captain. Committing ships to save the city would have left another undefended. Which city would you prefer I'd sacrificed? Sidonia? Gagarin? New Atlantis? And if anyone else had learned about the Lazarus plant, well, the risk was too great. I weighed the options and made the call.
Interesting. How on earth did you manage to deploy the plant on New Atlantis?
Once we'd cracked synthesizing the Lazarus plant's pollen, research that took years in and of itself, the attacks were exceedingly simple. Orlays' ship would land on our target, bearing a few heat leeches. Nothing that would raise suspicion. Then Lazarus pollen was pumped out of the ship during liftoff from the planet's surface. Shortly thereafter, an attack. A strike perpetrated in mere moments, with no one being the wiser.
That's disgustingly brilliant. That is impressive how well put together that plan is. If anyone's gonna know this, it's you. Why do UC lose the war?
I'll tell you why. Because the UC was, and is, full of people unwilling to pay the price required for victory. In the last days of the war, the UC was on the precipice of executing a final great assault on the Freestar Collective home system of Cheyenne. A massive strike, capable of obliterating Freestar Central Command and ending the conflict at long last.
I'm guessing it didn't. Why wait so long? Why just knock out their leadership early?
A thought I'd had myself. But such invasions are costly, in resources and lives. Others in the UC believed the blockade would be sufficient to bring the Freestar Collective to its knees. But they were wrong. So instead, they sacrificed far more lives in a protracted war, rather than doing the right thing from the start, and demolishing the Freestar capital when they have the chance.
You know, I think the interesting thing about this is it very much shows how easy it is to not understand a group of people like the Freestar Collective. Like, the Freestar Collective, a blockade, a shortage, like, that's not gonna stop these kind of people. Like, that's not, like, it's so interesting how you can see how a war, anything can be lost when you don't understand your opponent. And everybody in the UC was thinking like the UC. And you weren't dealing with that at all. I'm guessing it didn't go according to plan.
You'd be right. Everything was in place. But just before we could launch the strike, word came from Londinian. The Terramorph outbreak had begun. I went to the city to assess the state of things, and discovered the Lazarus plant. We couldn't spare ships for a proper quarantine, so it was my decision to destroy the spaceport and seal off the city. Deal with it quickly, so we could get back to winning the war.
If you were able to get in, why couldn't you get the citizens of Londinian out? Because it was one ship versus a whole bunch. Sacrifice one city to save others. I suppose I can see the logic.
It seemed a simple choice. So upon my return from Londinian, we proceeded with our killing blow. Initially, we had great success against the mess the Freestar Collective called a navy. But then the Freestar citizenry decided to get involved.
There it is.
Dozens of civilian ships jumping in to shield their military counterparts. I, of course, had no trouble firing on what should have been designated enemy vessels. But my peers had lost the stomach for it. So many lives lost already, they wailed. So the great UC Navy was routed by a mob. They picked our ships apart. The UC surrendered not long after. And thus rang the death knell for the great UC.
This is so interesting, though, in that once again, the UC went into this war thinking that they were dealing with UC citizens. People that don't have the same, like, the UC citizens don't have nearly the same freedom that the Freestar Collective does in a lot of ways, given the fact that you have to spend so long becoming a citizen and doing civil service and all this other stuff. And the Freestar Collective is very much a just go live your life, don't be an asshole kind of group of people. So, of course, they believe in the Freestar Collective so much that jumping in and trying to help their military would not be a question for anybody from the Freestar Collective. And
Was that all?
No, I'm talking to my friends. Hush up, you. I saved your life. So yeah, that's just really interesting. That's really why the UC lost the war. Sounds like the only part you got to blame is yourself. Your planning seems sound, just a bad roll of the dice. Bested by civilians. Ironic, considering the civilians you sacrificed.
It's human nature to see patterns, even when there are none. What ended the colony war was cowardice. Nothing less.
Actually, what ended the colony war wasn't cowardice. It was the bravery of the citizens of the Freestar Collective. Really and truly. Let's talk about this work.
Well, thanks to our combined efforts, the Sanan name has more clout with the cabinet than it has in years. I hope to build on that. I have a long list of names civilized society would be better without. I just need someone to help me remove them from the picture. Should we begin the hunt? Or did you have questions?
Alright, let's do it.
Just what I was hoping to hear. There's a slate waiting for you in the transfer system.
Alright. Bye. Don't miss me too much. What an interesting discussion, though. Like, I love that the UC really and truly lost this war, like that war, mainly because they underestimated. I don't want to even say underestimated. It's not that they underestimated in part the wait, where do I pick this up now? They underestimated the Freestar Collective. It's just that they just didn't understand them. Oh, it was back there. Whoops-a-doodle. And that, and like you can hear that arrogance in Vae Victis, right? Like that he just never expected them to do what they did. Oh, that's what it is. And I just find that to be really interesting.
Those are the details for our first, person of interest. Find them, eliminate them, and make the galaxy a better place for it. Though I would expect some resistance when trying to approach the target. Deal with any you encounter as you see fit.
And knowing that a man as arrogant as Vae Victis had been put to death and then not killed and is now stuck like a goldfish is kind of hilarious. Like, it's actually... And I think that reason alone, like knowing that the UC was too, like, yes, they said that the past group of the UC had bigger plans for him, kind of thing. And like, he was better off serving this way than dead. But at the same time, if he did all the war crimes you say he did, why, there would have been no good coming from him, kind of thing. Like, him dead would have been better for everybody, but that's not the way that worked. Hey, you want to talk?
Well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
No need to thank me. You brought this on yourself. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount. And the credits should be in your accounts now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access.
Wait, do I just get it for free? Thank you. Wait. I don't have to buy the penthouse? They're gonna, you can't just give me the penthouse. Can you just give me the no. No, can you actually just give me the penthouse? No. I just didn't know if there was an actual quest for this. I don't think so. So dream, no. So this is level 50 plus. Back to the grind. Is this, people had mentioned that this was a faction. So if somebody could tell me, is this the quest that I need to kick that off? That would be great, because I don't want to start this unless that is that. What House Baroon 35 plus, failure to communicate. No. Gar mentioning Cartwright. Okay, I don't want to do that. Yeah, and so I think this might be the Neon quest too. So we'll look at the Neon quest as well, because I do know like Neon has its own storyline, and I am very interested in that. I forget if we did that back in the day. I feel like we might have started it. No. We've been to the, I feel like the real estate office is like, there it is. Like, I know we've been there, and I know where it is, but I also don't know at all where it is.